You could not save a penny. Even if you save it, something comes up, or you find every week your shopping's getting dearer.
For almost 14 million people, this is the harsh reality of life in the United Kingdom. It's a country where the poor are getting poorer. We are, the sixth richest country in the world, and we've got parents skipping meals so that can ensure their children get fed. And a divisive populist movement promising to pull old Blighty out of its rut is rapidly gaining momentum.
This government is deep in crisis.
People have lost patience with the political establishment in this country. They want something different.
I will never walk away from the mandate I was given to change this country.
We've travelled to England's north to investigate whether Britain is broken and if it can be fixed. A working-class coastal city in England's northeast. Roughly half its 200,000 inhabitants occupy government housing, which includes Kirsty Murray. She has resided inside that compact brick townhouse for nearly 10 years, alongside her disabled male teenage child. Kirsty noted the preceding 2 consecutive years felt completely hellish since the pandemic occurred, severely limiting their capacity to acquire numerous essential daily household goods. Furthermore, escalating economic survival costs placed an enormous additional financial burden. She explained an inability to utilize charitable pantries for nutritional assistance because her boy requires a strictly monitored, specialized eating regimen. When asked if she ever worried about affording enough food for herself and her son, she confessed experiencing moments where she intentionally skipped meals simply to guarantee he remained healthy, strictly prioritizing his nutritional intake above her own fundamental maternal physical requirements. Unforgiving British winters proved to be exceptionally difficult. As a standard practice, Kirsty avoided activating the radiators since they possessed heavy blankets. Whenever temperatures dropped drastically, they gathered extra clothing and remained seated inside their beds while viewing television programming together indoors instead. This area is considered the 6th poorest in the United Kingdom. Jan Boyd has continuously managed the neighbourhood charity pantry for 10 years, stating she never previously witnessed conditions this awful.
Probably over 50% of children in the area are living below the poverty line. So if you're below the poverty line, you're not going to be able to heat your house.
Recent demographic data indicated 21% of citizens throughout the British nation endure impoverished circumstances. Excluding London, the overall British gross domestic product drops beneath America's most financially destitute territory, Mississippi. Scholars consistently educated public audiences regarding this phenomenon. Stuart McCannella currently serves as a political professor at Leeds University. He explained a prevailing societal sentiment emerged during the 1980s, wherein numerous newly implemented government fiscal measures heavily prioritized corporate banking sectors centered within London, alongside taxation reductions primarily benefiting pre-existing wealthy individuals, which consequently generated a simultaneous era featuring severe infrastructural underfunding stretching throughout expansive working-class territories situated across the northern countryside. During the 1970s, British industrial production comprised 30% of national economic output. Protesters chanted aggressively. However, during Margaret Thatcher's 1980s political administration, a significant portion of manufacturing relocated overseas. Presently, that sector constitutes merely 8% economically. Multiple additional external elements have systematically worsened the British national living standards while simultaneously escalating overarching societal destitution. British industrial expansion decelerated drastically following the 2008 financial collapse, dropping from 2% yearly to roughly fractional averages. Furthermore, regional municipal authorities and community programs suffered tremendous budgetary slashes. Actual earnings regressed substantially, intertwining with surging inflationary rates following the pandemic and European departure. McAnally suggested observers are witnessing severe financial consequences from rapid deindustrialization occurring across northern English territories, leaving populations feeling as though they are permanently left behind. Down inside London, the political epicenter, governing officials continually pledge to raise foundational salaries, construct additional housing and fund public works to generate a surplus of lucrative employment opportunities. Conservative rivals pledge reducing taxation and permanently abolishing all real estate fees. Lawmakers inside Parliament similarly concentrate upon decreasing overall immigration levels, asserting such restrictions will substantially alleviate compounding burdens currently crushing both public utilities and residential markets. However, conversing with governmental researchers and financial experts reveals a unanimous consensus stating the national crises remain extraordinarily deeply entrenched. Consequently, whenever elected leaders attempt implementing genuine solutions, they inevitably require extensive timeframes alongside crucial forbearance from parliamentary peers, rival legislators, and the broader voting citizenry, exclusively concerning domestic nationals. Nevertheless, one specific figure guarantees rapid resolutions: populist politician Nigel Farage, who currently commands the Reform faction. Contemporary electoral surveys indicate the Labour administration's public approval imploded. Furthermore, should a nationwide British parliamentary vote occur tomorrow, Nigel Farage might miraculously achieve the premiership. Over previous months, Farage actively recruited parliamentary representatives from opposing Conservative factions, capturing former shadow diplomatic official Andrew Rosendale. Rosendale proclaimed the populace suffered immense disappointment beneath consecutive Conservative and Labour administrations, thus desperately requiring systemic transformation. He emphasised aggressively reforming the nation. Unsurprisingly, Farage functioned prominently among the most recognisable public champions supporting European withdrawal. Certain critics continuously argue that physically separating Britain from continental European partnerships significantly accelerates their current domestic inflationary spikes. Farage claimed the exact reverse. He assertively claimed that abandoning the expansive European Union finally restored absolute domestic sovereignty regarding internal British legislative affairs. Historically, inside the coalition, citizens blindly obeyed dictations mandated directly through Brussels, which he labelled disastrous. Suggestions portraying withdrawal as the catalyst behind contemporary crises remain fundamentally entirely incorrect. His faction's rhetoric apparently resonates deeply throughout severely impoverished British districts, especially surrounding coastal Hull. Despite historical transportation challenges and entrenched leftist leanings, the municipality surprisingly elected a Reform candidate as mayor, retired Olympic boxing gold medalist named Luke Campbell. Campbell speculated the exhausted voting constituency grew increasingly resentful toward traditional politicians, fiercely desiring unconventional alternatives. He transparently acknowledged possessing a strictly athletic background, openly admitting his complete lack of prior governmental expertise during the entirety of his recent political campaigning. Reporters directly questioned what motivated his specific partisan electoral candidacy. He expressed immense frustration regarding the paralyzed status quo, insisting the dysfunctional civic system desperately demanded fresh operational approaches, thus directly motivating his ultimate alignment decision. Conversely, elsewhere across town, Kirsty Murray remained entirely cynical regarding potential legislative improvements. She argued wealthy leaders lacked genuine empathetic comprehension, dismissing their optimistic campaign pledges as utterly hollow. The interviewing journalists subsequently mentioned other citizens describing Britain as fundamentally broken, asking her perspective. She forcefully agreed the nation remained broken, anticipating zero future improvements. Interviewers then asked if she desired to emigrate. Kirsty enthusiastically affirmed she would immediately relocate overseas if financially possible, describing her current existence as a conscious nightmare.